everybody. This is Sherry from Hollywood Elite Podcast, and I'm here with an amazing special guest. The amazing...
Jason Kenzie. God, it sounds so conceited when I say that. Okay. I am the amazing Jason Kenzie, because that's what she said. And I am a animal photojournalist and a monster hunter.
And your documentaries are called?
Searching for Sasquatch.
Absolutely.
So I have about 21 Searching for Sasquatch documentaries. I put them out back in 2019, was the very first one. Mm-hmm. And after that, it just kind of blew up, and now I just travel all over North America, interviewing eyewitnesses who, say they've seen these creatures, other than, Bigfoot, but other monsters like Mothman and Dogman. I'm going to do one on the flying dinosaurs of New Mexico soon. And yeah, I love the mystery of searching for monsters, something that can kill you in a heartbeat.
So what first drew you to the mystery of Sasquatch?
Well, I've always heard about Sasquatch. Growing up as a kid, and we used to play in the forest like 24/7. Growing up, I was always big into like the Goonies, Scooby-Doo, the mysteries.
Yeah.
And I've always loved mysteries. So back in 2019, when the world shut down, I was driving myself crazy because I wasn't able to do my animal adventures. So I put out a web series called Jason Kenzie's Amazing Animal Adventures. Try saying that 10 times fast. And,
you have practice. Yeah. I don't.
So I put out, I would travel all over the world. I would meet people with exotic animals like wolves and cougars and bears, alligators, kangaroos, you name it.
Ostriches.
Ostriches, yes.
Riding an ostrich, I saw that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, and that was painful, by the way. I obviously I jumped off, kind of fell, jumped off. I knew because they can run up to 45 miles an hour, right? So can you imagine? I think it got up to about. I want to say maybe 9 miles an hour, and then, lucky for me, the crap all over the ground cushioned my fall.
So when it hit 10 kilometers an hour, you freaked.
I freaked, and I'm like, oh look, there's a pile of ostrich crap. I'm just gonna aim for it. Right. And yeah, so when I got up, I'm like, turn around, there's crap all over me. And, yeah, no, seriously, there was. And we're talking an ostrich farm. They had something like over 300 ostriches. I wasn't able to do my animal adventures back in 2019 because of COVID. And so my buddy, we're sitting around a fire, and I'm venting to him about not being able to do my animal adventures. Right. He said, well, why don't you look into Sasquatch? Maybe he's an animal. And so I was like, we laughed at it. And then afterwards, I took a step back and I thought, you know what, you might have a good point. Maybe Sasquatch is an animal of some type. And me knowing animals, I decided to go out. I already knew a couple people who said they've seen these Sasquatch creatures. So I went and talked to them. I took my video camera. Right. And in turn, they pointed me to the First Nations people, and I interviewed a couple First Nations people, and they said to go to a certain area. And I was a 20% believer. And so when I went to this area in the forest, middle of nowhere, out by just past Headley, BC, I found a lake in the middle of the mountains that had hundreds of these footprints. Like walking right through the
How big
the
were
water.
The footprints?
Well, I couldn't get close enough to measure, but they were pretty big, and they're bare feet, right? They either it was someone with huge feet that didn't have any shoes on and socks, and hundreds of them going through. And I had a drone, so I took the drone and I hovered it over, and you could clearly see all the footprints, and even on land. You could see in the mud. And yeah, after that, I decided this is quite
were
fun.
hooked.
Yeah, I was hooked.
So how do you respond to skeptics who think the whole thing is a fantasy?
Well, it's interesting because I am a 50% skeptic, right? And that makes me a, 42% believer. I suck at math. Always sucked at math. There's just too much stuff that I've seen in the forest that is unexplained. The big tree structures.
Tree structures. Can you explain that a little more?
So the tree structures we're in the middle of nowhere. All of a sudden we come across almost like a teepee that's built out of these giant trees. And these trees are laid over on top of each other. And some of the trees, they're broken and moved from another area. And they look like giant, tree X's, spider webs, they're just crossed over. They're amazing to see. And sometimes the creatures will push over one, and you got the root system. The other one is broken somewhere else, moved and placed there, because there's no root system and there's no hole where it would have fallen, and it makes a perfect X. Then usually there's one on top of it. So I understand where people are coming from, because I'm pretty sure these Bigfoot creatures are blurry in real life. They're born blurry.
All the pictures you ever see, nobody's been able to. Why can't anybody get a clear shot of them? Their camera's always dirty. It's the wrong time.
It's like they're taking a picture and they. Okay, there we go. I got another picture.
Or they blink and they look away and then they come back.
So next time I see a Sasquatch, I'm just going to purposely go. Okay, I got it. Oh, I got it. There we go. So for the skeptics that are 100% non-believers, I'm going to say, pretty much, have an open mind. I know they say that, well, maybe it's a deer or a bear or maybe a raccoon or something like that in the forest. And when you're looking at the eye shine or they're walking around you. The thing is, wild animals in the wild, they do not follow you in the forest. Bears don't follow you.
No, most animals like to get away from you.
Yeah, they want to run off, right? That's why they tell you to sing or dance or have bells on when you're in bear country, because once they hear you coming,
they're gone.
They're gone. So the fact that I've physically been in the forest at night where I would see eyes shine, at one point, we watch it, they disappear, and we walk maybe another 100 feet up the trail, and there they are again.
But
in
their
the
eye
vicinity.
shine would be at a certain height, too.
Yeah. It's very rare for a deer to follow you. It really is. I mean, maybe one out of, 10,000.
That was a rarity then.
Yeah, it is rare. Yeah, usually deer will run off. I mean, how many times have you seen a deer and it ran off? Right?
Most.
Most times.
All but one.
Yeah, exactly. So,
has your belief or approach changed over the years of doing the work?
So when I first started, I was a 20% believer. It kind of moved up after I found the footprints. And then after hearing weird sounds in the forest, like being roared at, seeing something that looked like a spider crawl across the ground. And I haven't had a daytime sighting. I'm gonna stay at 50% until I have a daytime sighting. The damn thing has to walk up to me, slap me in the face, and just put me up over my shoulder and just carry me off.
So if you could meet Sasquatch face to face, what would you ask it to say?
Hello, Bigfoot. Please don't eat me. Go after the cameraman. He says you have big feet. So, I don't know. I always thought about, do I really want to see one of these monstrous creatures in the forest? The reason for that is because if you knew right now, 100%, that there was monsters in the forest that are 9 feet tall, 1,000 pounds, looking like, they could kill everything with a snap of their finger. Would you really want to go hiking in the forest?
Wouldn't scare me.
They always say that. They do. Do you know how many people say that? They always say that. Jay, I want to come with you. I won't be scared. I get out there, all of a sudden hits the ground and they're running for their lives. You know how many camera people I've taken out there? and there's a crack in the forest, or we get yelled at, and they're
I'm
running.
a little different than other people. I run to danger.
Okay, well then.
Being a former firefighter, I'm not afraid.
Well, that's a different kind of monster.
Yeah, but it's still danger.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True, but the fire isn't going to come after you.
Oh yeah. You want to bet?
Well, yeah, but no, it doesn't have a.
It'll try and burn you.
It doesn't have a mind.
No.
It won't. Like, you can stand here and you know the fire's licking right there.
I believe it has a spirit of its own, and it creates its own life.
Maybe I should go after the fire monster. That would be
There you
great.
go.
We'll start a new cryptid. Deep in the wilderness of Oregon is this fire monster that's destroying trees.
With fire tornadoes.
With fire tornadoes. Yeah, that joke wouldn't be funny last year, let me tell you.
No, it wouldn't. No, it would not. Okay, this one's funny.
Okay.
On a scale of from 1 to I peed a little, how scared have you really been out there, and what happened?
One of my first experiences with one of these creatures, or possible creature, was in northern Michigan. We were walking down this trail at night. It was me and Blake. We were walking down. It was nighttime. And I just learned about the tree breaks, where allegedly these creatures, as they're walking, they'll grab these branches, they'll twist them and break them. And anyone can break a branch, but try twisting it and then breaking it. We're talking some about the size of my arm, others about the size of my pinky, and I'm filming all of them. Like, I thought they were amazing because you could see them as if something was walking. As it walked, grabbed it, twist, break, grab another piece, and we get all the way to the end, and we were going to gather a recording device that we put out earlier in the day. Now it's like 11 at night, and we start walking back. As we're walking back, and we're walking, and I look in the trail ahead, and there is 2 branches in the middle of the trail. Right in the middle, it was hanging, and it was twisted and broken. They weren't there before. I'm like, Blake, do you see that as we're walking towards it? I don't remember that. They were so in the middle of the trail that we had to walk around them. And there was a kind of a bigger one, so I'm looking at it, and as you touch it, you can it's still wet. It's still dripping. And all of a sudden, we're like, crack! There was a crack behind us, and we turned around, looked down the trail, and Blake grabbed his gun, because he had this gun with him that was protection for actual wild animals. Like, well, we saw a lot of wolf and cougar tracks. Looking at the end of the trail, something walked out, and with the eye shine, was watching us. It just, the eye shine looking at us, and I have my video camera, I'm filming. And I'm stoic, not scared at all. No, I was terrified. I was like about to pee my pants. I was excited and scared at the same time. And then all of a sudden, it closed its eyes. And about 30 seconds later, maybe a minute later, it took a couple steps back and opened its eyes, and it just slowly opened its eyes again. And then suddenly another one came out, and it was small. It was a shorter one. And Blake is like, Jay, don't run. And I'm like, don't run. What are you talking about? We're in the middle of nowhere. Where am I going to run? I mean, either we both die, or, if I'm dying, you're dying too. And then Blake turns to me and goes, Jay, I think there's more than these 2. We could hear cracking beside us. Walking beside us, and the bushes were so thick that you couldn't even see through it. And then finally they stopped and they walked off the trail. We walked to the spot really fast, and it was so dense with trees except for that one spot where they were standing. We look up and you could see where there was an opening in the trees where something could just walk through. So we walked back to the branch that was the break, and we're looking at it. Blake turned around to look at the direction where the creature was standing, and I pretended to walk towards him, and I took a step and turned really quick, and there about 20 feet, maybe 25 feet, was a shadow that dropped to the ground, and it went right across the path in front of me. And I think there was a second one that just took a step behind the tree. I kind of remember that later on. At the time I was looking at this thing, and it looked like a giant crab or a giant spider. And it went across it was like boom, 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 into the bushes. I remember the eyes were about this far apart, and it just looked at me the whole time. And there was no bobbing of the head. It was like it was on a gimbal as it went across the trail. I fucking freaked. I fell backwards, and I caught myself. I almost fell right on my back. And my camera was facing me when this all happened. I'm not kidding. It was facing me.
Right. So you didn't capture it on camera.
Exactly. I didn't catch it on camera because I was talking to myself. I was talking about, because I had just finished filming for 10 or 15 minutes that way.
You're wishing the camera was the other way.
And I wanted to, yes, I do. I kind of wish it was facing that way.
So, or you have the camera facing both ways.
Yeah. So I was terrified. And then I turned around and I told Blake what just happened. And then later on in editing, when I was sitting at home with the lights off, I turned and I looked on the screen, and I could see the eye shine over my shoulder. Like it was literally probably 5 feet behind me, just standing there.
Which number is this one in?
This is in number 3 and 4. I have 21 documentaries. Mm-hmm. The only 2 that you need to see back to back is 3 and 4. Originally it was supposed to be Searching for Sasquatch 3, Part 1 and Part 2. But the streaming platforms, they didn't allow that. They said I need it to be 3 and 4. So those are the only 2. Other than that, you can look at any of them.
Which one's your favorite one?
One of my favorite ones, the Texas Screams, which was Searching for Sasquatch 5. Mm-hmm. That was one of my favorite expeditions because we got screamed and roared and yelled at and howled at all around us for like an hour. Mm-hmm. Like they were just going off around us. It was crazy. And I'm filming the whole thing. And yeah, that was an exciting expedition. And it was fun to kind of put that together. And yes, I was not scared at all. I get scared in every documentary.
Like you'd be screaming like a girl.
Every expedition, I get scared at some point.
How do you mentally and physically prepare for a multi-day expedition?
Well, I make sure that I have enough batteries and camera. I research the area. I'll look on maps to see what the area looks like. I'll make a few phone calls to see what areas might be active.
So what is your longest expedition that you've done?
One time I was gone for a month and a half.
So how many places, like I know I've gone through, how many, like geographically, I know Michigan, Virginia, Oregon, like how many places kind of that you tend to go to?
In West Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Oregon, mm-hmm. California, Florida, Texas, Kentucky,
You're
Jersey.
Also going somewhere special too.
Yes. So
going to Europe.
Yeah, going to Europe. In Britain, I'm going to be speaking at a paranormal UFO mm-hmm. festival, or maybe it's a conference.
Because you cross the line besides just Bigfoot.
Yeah.
You also do the kind of ghost hunting.
Yes, I do paranormal expeditions too. Mm-hmm. I have 3 paranormal documentaries too mm-hmm. That you can find also online. Mm-hmm. I have 2 that I'm working on, editing. They're called Paranormal Adventures. And yeah, that's fun. That's a lot of fun. Like I've never had so many spirits tell me to go off in my life. Totally.
Actually, I was watching it. You did this one. You did that.
Yeah.
Your friends caught you.
Yeah, they caught me.
Videoing you.
That's.
Then you said that. I'm like.
Well, I didn't say that. It's through the spirit box. The spirit said, "Go yourself," and I was like,
and then
"What? I can't believe it said go yourself." I walked up. I said, "Did it say go yourself?" And then they're doing a live, and I'm in the. I'm like, oh. Yeah. So
you got in trouble for that one.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little. Where would be a dream place to go?
I'd love to go to Alaska. I mean, I've been to Alaska, but I would like to go on an expedition in Alaska, looking for these Sasquatch creatures. Now, I know lots of people believe that these creatures in Alaska are a little bit more dangerous, a little bit more aggressive. That makes it even more exciting, right? It's like, yeah, so I'd like to go there. That would be a dream
Scare
place.
you a little more.
A little bit. I think Norway is going to be fun because I'm going after trolls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, going after trolls in Norway. And interesting fact, trolls originally are from Norway. So the lore of trolls is originally from Norway. I did not, well, no way.
Well, there's some cartoons that are showing, like, what was it?
Trolls, yes. It's called Trolls. Yeah.
No, there's also the one where there's the two princesses and the trolls come alive, and they're from Norway.
They're called it's called Trolls, isn't it?
No, it's the I can't remember. One of the princesses does ice.
Oh, okay. I have no idea what she's talking about.
It's a famous one.
Oh! Okay, next question.
Next. What is your weirdest piece of evidence
That is a good question.
someone has ever handed you and swore it was Bigfoot related?
I've cast a couple footprints. So someone showed me a photo once where they went into the backyard, and the backyard is the forest. And I guess, I don't know, I think they let their dog out, and then they walked over, they saw eyes watching him. So he turned around, he walked back, and then he started getting really creeped out, as if something was behind him. So he stopped, and he took his phone, and he held it up, and he took a picture. Just over his head, just took a picture. And he showed me the picture. And when he showed it to me, I'm like, what the heck? And you could see just his top of his head, his face with his nose, his eyes, and he's looking up like this, and you could see over him this big black head. You could see the eyes, see this big pushed in nose, and it had like a mouth, and it was like just looking at him. It looked mean. And he took the picture, and then he just kept walking. And that's what he showed me. He showed me the picture, and I was like, are you kidding? Is there any way I can interview you? He did not want to be interviewed at all. As much as I tried to get him, he was really like, no, I haven't really showed anyone this, and I don't want people thinking I'm crazy. I'm like, please, can I just black you out, change your voice? No, he takes his phone with the photograph. I said, well, can I see the picture again? He's like, no, thank you. I'm so glad I got your opinion. Yeah, and then he left. He actually left the entire festival. Yeah, he just walked off. I was like, man, I was looking at the picture going, is that Photoshop? You took this picture? It wasn't, it was still a little bit blurry, because Bigfoot is blurry. But it was a little bit blurry, but you could still see detail. And he had his phone was like a flip-up phone. So it wasn't even HD.
Right.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. It was a great shot. I mean, I wasn't there.
You never got a chance to take a second look.
No. No. I do have photos that were taken, okay, so you have the Patty Giblin film, right? Yeah. And the film camera took photographs.
Yes.
I can't remember, is it 125 photographs?
That's a lot.
There was a lot.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly how many photographs, but it was. And the best thing is, someone took prints from the slides, and then I went and took photos from that. So I have those on my phone, which is exciting, because there's photos that's never been seen before. Like you only see the one or two photos online.
Right.
I have 10 photographs that nobody has ever seen.
Makes you more of a believer. A little bit.
It's interesting. There was a couple shots the creature looked different. Like when it turned its head. It's really interesting.
Let's say Sasquatch is real. What would his dating profile say? Bonus points if you can do Bigfoot's voice.
They call me Sasquatch. And honey, there's a reason why they call me Bigfoot. Me kill blonde photographer guy next. Me smash. Okay, that was Hulk. I don't know what he would sound like.
You're more likely to know than I would. He's just gonna growl, I think.
Yeah, I meet so many people that tell me that they want to be able to be sitting there and have tea with Bigfoot.
Well, you wrote a song about Bigfoot. A dating kind of...
Oh yes, it was a poem. It was a love poem. Someone wrote me and said, do a love poem about Bigfoot. And I'm like, how am I gonna do a love poem about Bigfoot where we're talking about a monstrous creature, right? That's kind of scary. So I made it about a female Sasquatch falling in love with a male Bigfoot. And I could sing it to you. Just kidding. I suck. That would be the horrors of a love poem about Bigfoot.
Okay, that might have scared me a touch. After all these documentaries and expeditions you've been on, do you really think Bigfoot's real?
I believe that there is something out there. There is a very good chance that these Bigfoot creatures are real.
If you had to lure Bigfoot out with a snack, what were you using? Beef jerky or banana bread?
So there was an expedition I went on. I met up with a guy by the name of Squatch Man, and he took us out to an area where he would gift these Bigfoot creatures, and he would talk to them, and they would come around him, and you would see the eye shine. This is Searching for Sasquatch 9. They feast in the shadows. There's a reason why they say feast in the shadows. So we went and bought some donuts. They're glazed donuts, and they were sealed. And everyone knows how hard it is to open a sealed one of those plastic. So it's sealed. We had
like a Tupperware container?
No. When you buy it in the store.
Oh, okay.
Like think some donuts at like Costco or something, right? It's already sealed. And we got beef jerky, an apple, some candy, and there was something else. But anyway, we put it on the log earlier in the day. And then we went, sat around the fire, and we're just hanging out. About 5 hours later, it was nighttime now, we went back. So something had come along, and it slit open. It just slid it open with its nail, and like it had a knife. Slit it open, opened it up, and took 3 donuts, and ate a quarter of one, and put the quarter of one back in. I guess we may have spooked it when we started walking towards it. So it opened the container like this. There was fingerprints all over. Full fingerprints, not just the tips, and the thumb. So the thumb was here. No, the thumb was here, and the fingerprints were way over here, like the massive hands.
Right.
They lifted it up, and I was like, "This is incredible." It ate the donuts, didn't touch the beef jerky that was still sealed. It took it's like it took a bite of the apple, and then threw it on the ground. Didn't touch the candy. It was incredible. And people go, well, that could have been anyone. Well, there was no people around that we knew of. Usually if it was a wild animal, they would just rip it apart.
Right, yeah.
They don't, slit it open. So I took tons of photos, lots of 4K video.
Did you take prints of the fingerprints?
No, we didn't have that kind of stuff with us. So we did it again the next night, exactly the same. We put it on the stump, brand new donut, the apple, the beef jerky. We went hiking. We went looking at some tree structures that was found earlier in the day. We come back. It's nighttime now. We go there. It is ripped apart. Everything was gone. Donuts were gone. Beef jerky was gone. Everything was ripped apart and eaten. And there were raccoon prints all around it. And I loved it. I thought it was the best thing ever. The reason for that is in the documentary, I actually show the difference between a wild animal and what they do in real life. So I was able to compare the two.
Right.
The first thing that came, whatever they were, they opened it up nice, and there was no damage or anything. It was pretty amazing. And then the wild animals, what they would really do, they would smash it up. So meanwhile, everyone was kind of like, oh, God, damn raccoons. I was like, this is great. This is amazing. I can't believe it. Guys, you don't understand. I can show people what really happens.
Right.
So that was exciting for that.
But are you going to have fingerprint kit in your
yeah, I should.
tool chest?
I should, for sure. The stupid thing is we left it back out the night before, and then it poured rain. And then it ruined it all. There is 4 more documentaries coming very soon. Yeah. The Ozark Howler, that's one. The Dogman.
Right.
Yeah. That one, we found a nest. We found an actual nest. 6.5 to 7 feet in diameter. It was sitting on the ground.
I've seen pictures.
Everything was weaved. Everything was weaved around. It looked like a giant robin had built a giant nest on the ground. Wait, maybe Bigfoot has a pet.
A pterodactyl.
A pterodactyl. Exactly, right. And it just flies. Someone said to me, well, it's an eagle's nest. I'm like, eagles do not build their nests on the ground. No. Why? Because anything that's going to kill an eagle is going to be on the ground.
Yeah.
That's why any bird usually builds their nests high off the ground, except for hummingbirds and burrowing owls. Those are the 2 birds.
Right.
Well, okay, and chickens. But chickens are more domesticated. Yeah. But other than that, those are the 2 that do most of the building on the ground.
What's your most unforgettable experience deep in the forest?
Bigfoot related? So I got asked to go and look for a small species of deer that used to run wild it's called Canada's Jewel. And it's an area that's on the border of Alberta, BC, and Montana. And
close to Pincher Creek.
You know where that is. It's right on the corner. It's right next to Waterton.
Okay, yep.
So that little square is called Canada's Jewel. In this jewel, any time that you hear that water is polluted and you can't drink the water, and then after about a week or maybe 5 days, they come back and they say, we've tested the water and now it's safe to drink. Well, they test that water from this place in Canada's Wilderness Jewel, anywhere in the world. So in North America especially, anytime they test it with that water. I got asked to go into the forest to look for a species of tiny deer that used to run wild in that area like 70 years ago or something like that. And while I was out there, I found a waterfall that was a hot spring. So it was a hot spring with a waterfall. And that was a highlight. Another time, and then as I was walking down there was a canyon. And I'm walking, and the water beside me, there was a kind of a river. And when the river was only maybe about knee deep. And there were thousands of steelhead swimming like little babies.
Oh, nice.
Like thousands of them. It was amazing to put my head under and look at it. Another time, like same time while I was looking around, I was walking and suddenly I could hear like the ground was kind of shaking. I'm like, what the is going on? What the hell? I looked down, this elk just come running past me. I'm like, whoa. And then I turn and I look and there is like 30 of them. And I'm like, oh, and I go and I I go and the
They're
trees.
running at you.
Well, the trees are not that big, but I jumped behind a tree and stood behind the tree as they just ran past me. And at one point, it was like bang! I got hit by one of the antlers as it went by because the tree barely held me. And then the last one went by, and I was like, "Wow, that was so cool." Wait a second. What the hell are they running from? So I start running in their direction because I'm thinking I don't want to be around and just see what they were running from. Because for all I know, there was like a pack of 10 or 15 wolves running after them.
Right.
And so, but nothing came of it. Like, obviously, if there was something running, it would have caught up to me.
So what do you have new coming up on any expeditions?
I am going to be going to Pennsylvania to speak at a big paranormal convention. So I'm going to be going there. I am going to be flying out to New Mexico to do a documentary on the flying dinosaurs, the pterodactyls or the parasauruses that are allegedly seen in that desert. So yeah, those projects I'm going to be working on very soon.
Nice.
And it's pretty amazing to see. Like the nest, that's a good one.
Right.
The nest, because I tried to take one out without scraping off the bark, and I couldn't.
Oh.
The bark would scrape off. Remember, the bark is still there. So whoever made it was strong enough to pull it back and slide it in without taking any bark off, and then twist it around. You know, we're talking about a long piece that is 5 to 6 feet long, twisted and
How
pushed
big
in.
around would you say the pieces were?
They were like probably, some of them were probably an inch in diameter around.
And they were bent.
Yes, I'm not kidding. They were warped and bent around without breaking it. And without taking out the bark. That was the impressive part.
Have you ever gotten seriously hurt?
One time I was interviewing someone and I was leaning against a tree, and I guess I mistook where the tree was. So when I was in the middle of a conversation, I took my arm off of it, and then I went to put my arm back on the tree, and I missed it completely and fell on the ground, and I re-injured my knee because my knee had already been smashed, and I was in pain. But when I hit the ground, I was still in pain.
Well, how'd you hurt your knee in the first place?
A dog ran into it. 2 dogs were playing, and they just ran into it.
Must have been big dogs.
2 big ones, yes.
Well, I think we've pretty well covered everything. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
So yeah, so if you guys just Google my name, Jason Kenzie, Amazing Animal Adventures, you will find all my animal adventures that I've done over the years. It's behind the scenes of all the animal photo shoots. And then if you put in Jason Kenzie, searching for Sasquatch, you can find all 21 of them on Fossum. You can find that on an app on your TV. And the F, I'm pretty sure, stands for awesome. So it's called Fossum. And you can also find them, 16 of them, on Tubi also. And also they're on like Plex. They're on, I think, 13 different streaming platforms. They're seen in 42 countries. And yeah, it's just been one heck of a ride. I'm going to be doing this until it's not fun anymore.